Alright, so a while ago I made a video which was 20 ways to actually make money while using Procreate, and that video had a really good positive reaction throughout the community in this channel. So I've decided for this video to talk about something a little bit more specific in terms of what you can do while using Procreate to try to create some supplemental income. And in this case here, for this video, we're actually going to talk about something on Redbubble that is actually getting quite a bit of traction. And in case you're wondering if it's t-shirts, it's actually not. It's face masks. And if you need any proof about what I'm just trying to say here, even when you go to the Redbubble's website and you tap on the search box and you see on the popular products, face masks is the first result. So right now there is a big demand for face masks. And of course, also it's important to say here, they also have a big disclaimer about like, what are their masks, the usage of their masks, if they're good for, containing or protecting someone, or whether or not these masks are good for a specific need. But really, I just think that they're covering their bases with some fine print. So that being said, there's a lot of demand for these masks. And the biggest driver to this movement is that a lot of people want to wear something that has a little bit more personality than just very normal face masks. Because now the reality is that we may have to be using or wearing these masks for a while. We really don't know how long this is going to take, or if this is going to be even part of our daily lives. But and if so, people really want to wear something that has maybe a little bit more of a positive message, maybe want to, add something to their daily lives by wearing something that's a little bit more fun, or even that reflects a little bit of their personality. So I really don't think there's nothing wrong in adding a little bit of fun into face masks. And, actually Redbubble is doing a great job with that. So I did a little bit of a test here and I made a mask on Procreate. It really took me about 15 minutes, if so, to actually make a square canvas with high resolution enough. I believe I made a canvas which was about 2048 by 2048 pixels. Made a very simple drawing, just basically a smiley face, and I've posted on Redbubble. It was really easy and simple and intuitive actually to use the application and the website, because actually even I didn't really make the canvas the correct aspect ratio, but Redbubble allows you to scale your image and also put a color onto the background of your artwork. So even though my image was a square, and when I scaled down, it was actually showing a different color on the borders, I was able to actually go back to Procreate, source my background color, put that into Redbubble's background color, and then I was able to create a seamless mask with a smaller scale for the smile that I've created. So Redbubble is super intuitive, and I was also able to toggle if I wanted to use that same design for a multitude of products or just really for the face mask. And that's what I did really. I just used for the face mask. Now, there are two other things that I really want to talk about in this video. One is, well, you might be wondering, well, I would love to try this, but I really don't have an idea for a face mask. Now, you really don't have to worry, because you can just go to Pinterest and, one of the searches you can just put is best face mask designs. And there's a lot of face mask designs, and one of the most popular ones is that phrase that comes from a Drake album. If you're reading this, it's too late, but actually they've changed to, if you're reading this, you're too close. So we'll go back to this thing in a little bit, but to answer the first question is, if you're really, looking for ideas to make a mask, you can just use Pinterest to source some of the best ideas. And not only you're searching for the best ideas, you're probably finding the ones that are selling the most. So, you're actually tapping into not only the most popular, but the most successful mask ideas. So that leads back to that phrase and question number 2. How do you know if something is copyrighted? Basically, any artwork that you make is by nature already copyrighted. So as long as you don't straight up copy something 100%, you can change it to your own colors, your own art style, you can reposition elements, as long as you make it your own design. The other thing is, how do you know, or how do we know, if something is trademarked? So now going back to that phrase, say like that you've seen this mask, we've all seen this mask now on Pinterest, the one with the phrase. How do we know if this is trademarked? So that really depends on where you live. So in my case, you're in Canada, you can just put it on Google, Canada trademark website, and you will find the official website where you can search for trademarks. So you can just put that whole phrase and you will see the results. And in this case right here, there are no trademarks for this phrase, meaning that this phrase, you can create your own. You can create your own mask using this phrase. But once again, be careful about copying something 100%. In this case, it's very specific because I do know there is a very specific font that makes it look like that actually connects with the source or the reference. But I personally will not make a mask like this. I'm just saying that you can use Pinterest for searching for like a reference of the best ideas. Make sure to make it your own. And if you're trying to make phrases, make sure to use your country's trademark search engine and try to find if that phrase that you want to use is trademarked or not. If it is, I highly advise you to actually try to come up with a new idea, once again, using Pinterest. And finally, guys, as with anything, if you're creating something with an optimistic view, if you're not really creating something that is degrading, that is offensive, which is really already in their terms of usage here on Redbubble, I think that is totally fine. You're creating something to inspire and to inject some optimistic view on how things are actually happening right now. So I think that this is totally fine. And once again, we could be creating t-shirts here, but sometimes it's also about looking for opportunities on what's happening currently. And if you're doing something for you're using an optimistic view, I think that is totally fine. So anyways, I just wanted to say that just before the end of the video. If you did like this video, a like would be super appreciated, as well as make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon, especially so you don't miss these videos once they come out. Because sometimes, you could be watching this video a month or 2 months from now, and it won't have the same impact as watching the video today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.